And welcome back to Epic Mickey. Last time we got that rocket piece from Pete Tronic.
Hi, Oswald.
Well, it has been a while, has it not?
Oh, life has soldiered on in the meantime.
Although, unfortunately, things seem to have gotten considerably worse for our friend Kremlin Marcus.
Oh yeah, that guy, the one gremlin we recognize.
Yeah. It's okay, I get stuck in phone booths all the time, too.
Well, we'll get to Marcus eventually. First thing, we gotta turn in some side quest rewards.
Oh yeah, priorities. Oh well, like it's not like he's going to get further locked in a cage, so he'll probably be fine.
It's good to be back and see those single-word text boxes.
I'll increase the capacity of your wallet. Could they have picked a smaller font or something?
I'm sure there's a technical explanation for it.
And they technically didn't know how to manage text boxes.
Now, here's a special one. There are two real cartoons that we can get. This one is The Mad Doctor, and the other one is Oh, What a Night.
The Mad Doctor seems like it's sort of appropriate considering that seems to be the problem that we're facing in this game itself.
And in addition to giving his hands Jack occasionally comments on things we've already done.
Oh yeah, like that time we absolutely killed a Tron ripoff.
A really well done Tron ripoff, but still a Tron ripoff.
Did he say Hook? As in Captain Hook? That's strange.
Did he? I didn't notice.
Yeah, the next hub world that we're going to visit in video 10 is Ventureland.
And that apparently involves Peter Pan characters.
It does.
That seems odd. Like, this is a world for forgotten things, and Peter Pan keeps on coming back in various forms. Like they made a live-action version, and there was that one movie about, like, Captain Hook's origins or something. I think they just called that one... Was it Pan or Hook?
Was that the one directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Robin Williams as an adult Peter Pan?
That was Hook.
No.
That was Hook. Yeah.
Like, I think there was a different one, though, like, more recently, where it was sort of like an origin story, because, you know, that's sort of the thing that's been going on with a lot of Disney properties, is that people have been making origin story movies. Like, they're even, like, making a Willy Wonka origin story movie, and it's like, who exactly asked for that?
Gertrude Goat's comment there, that's basically what she says if you end up using more thinner overall than paint.
Oh. Have we been, sort of, not exactly been on the side of the angels lately?
Overall, it's been a mixture, leaning a bit more. And, hey, here's Peg-Legged Pete. We haven't spoken to him in a while. This is also me realizing that there was actually another side quest similar to this that I forgot to do on my first trip through Mead Street. So now we are permanently locked out of Bunny Roundup 1.
But you can still do Bunny Roundup 2.
Yes. Not as good as the first one, I've been told.
I don't know, there are some sequels that definitely improve upon the original.
So, the Bunny Roundup, there are a couple of different ways to do this, but ultimately the objective is to, again, round up the bunnies and bring them to City Hall. The bunnies work similarly to how they did in Mickey Jug Mountain, but I didn't realize this for a long time. You can just herd them if you're quick enough, and they will follow you. on previous playthroughs, I had just smacked them around and melee them towards the vacuum pipe there.
Yeah. I forgot, like, it's been, as I said, it's been a while since we last recorded, so I forgot that yeah, one of the enemies in this game is literal children.
Yeah, Oswald's children. I mean, when you have 420 children, it's, you know, you're not going to be able to keep track of all of them at once. Especially now that Hortensia's been frozen in carbonite.
Wow, yeah.
He's got to put a bell on about 100 of them.
Man, these kids should be in school.
Well, the Wasteland was originally envisioned as a senior's home. I doubt that when Yensid was planning out the architecture for this place, he was thinking about putting in a school of any kind.
I mean, did you think he imagined that the Toons would actually have kids?
Maybe.
That's something to think about. Like, just how much of this community is stuff that Yensid thought of, and how much stuff is sort of just sprung up as a natural consequence of people being people.
So, congratulations, Mickey. You are responsible for helping in the criminalization of youth culture.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, we're putting these kids in jail?
Yeah. Yeah, Pete's the sheriff around these parts, and apparently the equivalent of racial profiling in this universe is just Oswald's kids.
Oh, no.
Oh. Wait, how many can we get in the cell? You get at least 100 in that cell. Come on, just stuff them in there.
Wow, you really pivoted on that in a hurry.
I see the comedy in tragedy.
And because we use thinner on Peatronic instead of paint, we don't get the special pin from Pete.
So wait, Pete gives you a quest about confronting Pete and then gyps you on the reward because you didn't confront Pete.
Well, the point of this quest, which, again, I forgot that there was an initial step for it, is that Peg-Legged Pete wants the other Pete's back in Street, and yeah, for instance, he's talking about Pete Pan now, who's the other Pete in Ventureland.
There's a Peter Pan?
A Pete Pan.
Pete Pan, right. Oh no. It's actually literally a Pete who's dressed like Peter Pan.
Yeah, we'll be seeing him in video 11, I think.
Yep, my mind went straight to the tights too, don't worry about it.
Oh boy.
Anyway, time to grab some more concept art. This was for an area that I think was cut, although I seem to remember there's an area in Epic Mickey 2 called Rainbow Falls that is pretty similar to how Thinner Falls looks in that concept art.
Except I'm assuming with a few more colors than just, blue.
Yeah, that area is actually pretty cool. There's a whole angel and devil motif going on with that place. It's pretty interesting. Also, in Epic Mickey 2, you have there's another bunny roundup side quest, but you have the choice to either lock them up in the jail cells or send them home to Hortensia.
So our next quest is to find a flower, eh?
Yeah, this is the next investigation side quest in Oztown. Unfortunately, Tomorrow City is not a hub area. You can't really return to it until much, much later in the game.
I feel like we're doing a lot of Horace's homework for him here.
Yeah, he's got to stand in front of this desk and what appears to be like waving down airplanes.
Yeah, unfortunately, he lost his job as a in air traffic control after the theater disaster. All the planes went down.
It is kind of funny to me just how animated these characters are. Just, you know, they like to use their hands a lot.
I mean, they've got a special guest. Mickey's here. They're gonna show off.
They're very expressive, yeah.
Well, Penelope's not too impressed.
Hmm. And I can't imagine why it is that people might think you're a bad guy.
It's a total mystery.
You can just sit there and think about what she's done for a bit.
I have a feeling that Tomorrow City was meant to be a hub world at some point, but it got cut. You mean folks like Penelope, who's currently a pile of goo in the middle of the sidewalk?
Yeah, it does seem like folks can't decide whether you're a good guy or a bad guy.
You've incarcerated my children!
I want to send my kids to college, but now they won't get in because they have a record.
So you have to go out and then go back in every time you want to advance like a quest line with Oswald.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, this is me just cycling through dialogue, because Oswald does have a surprising amount of dialogue.
I see you gave the Walt statue a bit of a poignant stare.
And yes, every time you exit an area, you'll have to go through that particular 2D section again. Which, I mean, they're pretty short, but... Oh, this was the other option with the safe. Instead of, having to do that whole thing with Moody and finding out the password through him, you could just thin out the rope there.
I mean, it's probably what I would have done.
But Moody was also standing directly underneath it, and if you do that, he dies.
Oh. That would have been a bit of a consideration, I suppose. Funny, though, like, these being cartoons, like, you think that what would have happened is he would have just get knocked into the safe and he would have, like, fallen out in, like, a cube shape or something. Like, that's how cartoons usually work.
Oh, this is an eldritch horror.
I feel like he might be missing a few parts there.
Yeah, we will never be able to find his right arm.
I gotta know, did we miss it, or is it just doesn't exist?
It does not exist.
Okay.
I think the implication is that because Goofy's missing his vacuum, and I think his vacuum is his right arm as well.
Oh. He is still terrifying.
Oh yeah, he's the worst.
Goofy's voice actor, Bill Farmer, is actually quite a diverse actor. If there's any role you probably know for him that isn't Goofy, it would be as Sam from the Sam and Max games.
Great gouts of steaming magma on a beeline for the orphanage. We're on our way.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. It's just more kids sitting around doing nothing.
Well, I mean, considering what happened to their siblings, you really think that they want to go outside?
That's true. The law has an eye on them.
Oh no, Goofy doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Does anyone know? Like, are they just assuming that Hortensia went away? Like, I don't know, like took the car, didn't take the kids.
Well, it has been established that Oswald himself has been quite reclusive in recent years, basically staying in Mickey Jug Mountain. Anyway, as usual, we have to paint in all of the footprints. Go away, Gremlin Prescott. We're trying to solve a mystery.
It's only the finest of detective work. How are you even supposed to know that these footprints are here? Do you just keep on spraying until things
They are
appear?
very faint on the ground.
Okay, it's not as bad as I was assuming it was.
So you're covering the ground with luminol so that Mickey can find all the blood stains.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you.
The wonders of paint never cease.
Get the blacklight, Goofy!
There sure is a lot of semen on these bed sheets. And this is a power spark we get for connecting the phone lines in Mickey Jug Mountain.
So without all the editing, about how long did you say that it would have taken you?
Not that long, but long enough to be annoying. I mean, you can probably cross the 2D screen through the mirror in about 45 seconds. If you know what you're doing.
Oh, only 45 seconds, eh? Yeah, I could see how that could get annoying after a while.
Yeah, the Japanese version allowed you to skip the 2D sections if you already played through them. But given that there's no voice acting, I am not playing the Japanese version unless you want the plot to be completely incomprehensible.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be real with you here. Like, the plot in general is seeming to be fairly, I'm not going to say it's going nowhere, but we have basically just been trying very hard to get away from the story. Like, that seems to be like what we're doing here. Like, we're just trying to escape from the world instead of actually fixing anybody's real problems.
I mean, that is the pace that comes across when you do those as much side questing as I am in this LP. And that was where the where Casey's spare key was, if you remember that back in video 5. Or was it video 4? I can't remember. Anyway, I was talking about the camera. The camera is now stuck in the top-down view. I don't know what triggered this. I've never had it happen before or since.
Ah, so we're now playing a real-time strategy game.
Yes.
Yo, Diablo 4 looks good.
It's also a good example of how Mickey's ears try to rotate to make sure they always face the camera.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, could you imagine what would happen if Mickey actually had his ears seen at an angle? Kids would just die.
Yeah, just to give you an idea of how much of this game's content is optional, you only need 15 power sparks to beat the game. And I think we're already past that.
We are way past that.
There are 44, I think. It's difficult because some of the power sparks are mutually exclusive. You cannot get them, you cannot get every power spark on one playthrough.
And it seems like you don't have to really... Like, it feels like a lot of this is basically just padding, if I'm going to be honest. Like, mostly just for completionist's sake.
Some of it is. I don't know if I'd go so far as to call it padding, but there will be a section of the main story much later in the game that is definitely padding. But I don't know. There's a lot of a lot of building atmosphere and characters. Anyway, next time we will go to Ventureland and see what the deal is there.
I hear there's going to be pirates.
There may well be.
I hear there's gonna be Pete and spandex. Ugh.
I like Pete Pan. He's a good character.